During a recent episode of The View, co-host Sunny Hostin shared her perspective on the factors contributing to the popularity of Caitlin Clark, the star player for the Indiana Fever. Hostin argued that white privilege and pretty privilege played significant roles in Clark's widespread appeal. This discussion unfolded as the co-hosts debated former ESPN host Jemele Hill's remarks, which suggested that Clark's race and appearance significantly bolstered her popularity. Hostin expressed that several forms of privilege, including racial and aesthetic, influence public perception and marketability. I do think that there is a thing called pretty privilege. There is a thing called white privilege. There is a thing called tall privilege, and we have to acknowledge that, she stated. Hostin highlighted the disparities faced by other WNBA players, notably mentioning Brittney Griner, who had to play in Russia due to inadequate pay in the US. The conversation also touched on the broader issues of representation and stigma within the WNBA. Hostin pointed out that 70% of the WNBA players are black and a third identify as LGBTQ+, noting that societal stigmas still affect their recognition and support. She expressed hope that Clark's success would bring more sponsorships and attention to the league, benefiting all players. Caitlin Clark is bringing this money, these sponsorships, we hope, into the league, and other players will benefit from it. But I do think that she is more relatable to more people because she's white, because she's attractive, Hostin remarked. Co-host Alyssa Farah Griffin disagreed with the notion that Clark's popularity was primarily due to her race. Griffin shared that she became a fan of the WNBA because of Clark's engaging style of play, which had nothing to do with her skin color. She's so fun to watch, Griffin said. Whoopi Goldberg also defended Clark, emphasizing that her recognition is well-deserved based on her basketball prowess. Goldberg felt that reducing Clark's success to her race was unfair, stating, "To have her reduced that way bothered me a lot because this is her record. Unless you can show me who's got a better record than this is why she's getting the attention she's getting, because she's a damn good player." Caitlin Clark rose to prominence over the past 2 seasons while playing at the University of Iowa, becoming the all-time leading scorer in Division I NCAA women's basketball history. Her impressive performance led Iowa to consecutive appearances in the national championship game and resulted in her being drafted first overall by the Indiana Fever. Jemele Hill, in her comments to the Los Angeles Times, also criticized brands like Nike for their sponsorship choices, pointing out that more diverse players often go unrecognized. Clark recently signed a $28 million deal with Nike, which Hill highlighted as an example of how black women are frequently overlooked. Black women are often erased from the picture, Hill said. There's plenty of room to highlight and celebrate Caitlin Clark's popularity while also discussing ways in which to not erase black women from a league that they have built and continue to build. The discussion on The View underscored the complexities of race, gender, and marketability in professional sports, raising important questions about equity and recognition within the WNBA.